The market whips around all weekend and into yesterday. Were you able to keep up? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so no video yesterday. I do apologize, but it was my daughter's 4th birthday, and we took her to the Excalibur Hotel and watched the Tournament of Kings, which is a medieval knight show. And I didn't know if she would like it or not, being a 4-year-old girl, but she absolutely loved it and wanted to watch it again immediately after it was over. And I had the best time watching her scream at the knights and have an amazing time. So unfortunately, no video, but family does come first. But I'm back at it today. So literally over the weekend and yesterday, the market popped, dropped, and popped, leaving many traders in its wake with all the whipsaw. However, yesterday, we navigated that whipsaw very cleanly, with several of our traders closing winning trades based on the updates I gave in my trading room. Now we're at a point where we could push higher, but ultimately I expect lower. I'll get into that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so as I mentioned over the weekend and yesterday, lots of whipsaw, lots of up and down movements here. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 30-minute S&P futures chart. And as I've said for the last week and a half, this whole structure has been a mess, but we're finally getting something that we can build off of here after the weekend action. So we've been contemplating whether this was a wave 3, a wave A, or a wave 4 over here. Right now, it's starting to look a lot more like a wave 3 based on this move down that broke the 764 retrace. So with that, this wave 3, okay, makes this move up a wave 4, which enters wave 1 territory, which makes this move down have to be a diagonal. So with that, it's going to be an ABC structure on the way down. Well, you have your A, B in place, but then the C wave, okay, also got very complicated, and it's taking on the form of a diagonal, as you have an ABC down here for 1, ABC up for 2, and then so on throughout this C wave. So that is where the complications came in, is the C wave did not take on a standard impulsive structure that we would look for. So you kind of have a diagonal inside of a diagonal moving down for this low. So our primary count right now is that this was wave 4. We have an A and B in place. And now we're counting the C wave down, 1, 2. And I think we need another low for 3, okay, down here towards this 4204 to 4169 area. And then a bounce up to the 1.0 at 4256. And from there, we would get the final move down toward either 4115 or 4028 to finally complete this wave 4. That's how the diagonal would play out if it's going to play out as the C wave here. Now, it is possible they could push higher from here, okay, and make the 4 wave happen here up to about 4370, and that this is all of 3. However, it's really not deep enough to be a solid 3 wave, so I'd like to see one more spike down, like I said, to complete that. But if they do push it higher, our first alternate would be that they stop at around 4370, okay, the 0.5 retrace, and then have a big spike down in 5 to complete this at around 4169 to 4115. It's just going to be too much for them to get down to this 2.0 extension if they stop wave 3 here at the 1.0 extension instead of giving us one more spike low before getting 4 and 5 off of that. The other alternate count is that they push higher from here, okay, and they break 4370 and continue on, then we just got a really deep B wave retrace that broke the 764 but did not break the low over here. So that is also a possibility, although I think that is less of a possibility given that we broke the 764. It does look to me more like a move lower to complete this diagonal and complete wave 4. However, if they do bounce and take out that 4370 region and push higher, then we would be looking at the C wave up here at about 4623 to complete this wave B, and then get wave C down into this 4050 region. So those are the counts that we're looking at on the S&P futures. We're first looking at this diagonal to play out with a lower spike here towards this 4202 to 4169 area to complete wave 3, then bounce in 4 towards 4256, and then complete the whole move down at around 4115 to 4028. Now, the second option was they can push it higher up to 4370 to complete wave 4 there. But again, I don't like how small the wave 3 is if that happens. So I'm looking lower. I would like them to push it lower if they're going to do the diagonal. And if they do break 4370 to the high side, we would look for the C wave to start toward that 4620 to 25 region to complete wave B before seeing the ultimate C wave down here to finally complete this wave 4. Over on the NASDAQ, we don't really have the same potential for that bigger B wave up here that we have on the ES. And the reason is they went ahead and made a new low on the NASDAQ. And while that can still be a B of B with a C up and then to complete all of B and then a C wave down here to complete this, it just doesn't really line up with the structure that we have. So that's why it's my second alternate on the ES futures, because it just doesn't seem likely for the NASDAQ to have that kind of move. And if you were going to get a bounce, you would expect it to be impulsive to the upside. And right now, both the ES and the NASDAQ have very corrective structures off of their lows. So I think that the ABC is unlikely. I do have it still on the ES because it did not break its low, but it seems unlikely for the NASDAQ, which means overall it's probably unlikely for the S&P futures as well. Okay, so here, same type of thing. They can push it higher directly, but I do expect a lower push down towards 13,389 and then a bounce up towards the 13,880 region before completing this move down around the 13,000 region. 12,991 is what we have right here for the 1618. They could push it as low as the 12,593 area, but it will really depend a lot on the depth of this wave 3. If all of wave 3 is done, I expect them to end it no deeper than 13,000. If they do push lower directly to make another low in wave 3 before bouncing in 4, then they have the potential to get down to that 12,593 region. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, like the ones I gave out yesterday about where we break support and where we would bounce, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, head on over there and check out our membership plans. We have 2 different plans that both come with a 7-day free trial because we want you to try it out and love it before you ever pay a dime. Now, in my Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell trade alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We also have PT's Throne Room. Now, if you don't know who PT is, he's one of the best traders I've ever been around. He crushes the market every day. He has a very unique trading style. He also trades individual stocks as well as the indexes, whereas in my room, we just trade the indexes. PT does an incredible job. You guys really should come check him out. 7-day free trial so that you can see what it's all about. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. For the S&P futures, we could see a push higher. 4370 is kind of our breaking point. If they can push up through that, more likely we could have a C of B up here and then a C wave down. However, remember on the NASDAQ, this option does not play out that well. Our primary count is that we're looking for a wave 3 down to this 4202 to 4169 region, a bounce in 4, and then a drop in 5 to complete the move down in this 4115 to 4028 region. For the NQ, similar setup. We are looking for a potential push higher, but not too much higher, up towards this 14155 area, but more likely a move down in wave 3 towards this 13389 area before we get a bounce up in 4 and then a move down in 5 to complete bigger wave 4 down here around this 13,000 area, all the way down to as low as 12,593. Okay, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.